Just the outside.
Regular wash or super?
Just regular. What's your favorite automatic car wash? I posted that in the Volkswagen Facebook group a while ago, and everybody was going crazy. Like, I agree to an extent. Audio probably sucks. I say to an extent because it was only within the last 2 months where I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna go back to these automatic car washes. And before that, I was into the whole like, keep my paint looking good, touchless, all that. There is a place that I used to go to a lot. And every time I go there, there's always cars like lined down the block. If I'm lucky to get into it, every time they're done with the touchless machine, it's always backed up to get your car dried. That takes like an hour, sometimes 45 minutes, and it's a whole ordeal. It's like 2 hours just to get my car washed, and I don't have the type of time for that anymore. So no, I'm just going for whatever is cheap and efficient. Because if I don't wash it, then it just gets washed by the rain. The other day I was just on the computer, you know, going about my day, and I came across this comment that Dylan Smith posted. What happens to your videos, bro? Hope everything is good. Hope to see a new video soon. I want to thank Dylan because I don't know, when I read that, I was like, felt like an eye-opener to me. What really stuck with me was when there's a feature on YouTube, I don't know if you guys get it. Some people, if they have their subscribers public, if I scroll my mouse over it, it tells you how long they've subscribed. And it says that Dylan has been subscribed for 3 years. It's not just Dylan, but just a bunch of other people that when I scroll my mouse over, some people like 5 years, 4 years, 2 years, you know, that I'm like, that is such a long time. Like, I know my channel isn't like big or anything. Maybe to like a regular person that isn't a content creator. I'm not trying to be delusional, right? Let's be real. 10,000, 11,000 is not a lot. The point I'm trying to make is honestly just like thank you for all the subscribers that have been around this long, that interact and like comment on the videos. This might sound stupid, but part of me feels like I failed this channel or something. Like, I feel like the arrow is gonna bust through any moment and be like, Lucas, you've failed this channel. Does anybody else dry with an open can? Don't worry, it's just sparkling water. Let's be real here. Again, like, as a YouTuber or anyone that tries to make a channel, of course everybody wants to get big. So when I first started this channel, I was in the Volkswagen Facebook group and everybody was asking the same questions over and over again, and I was like, wait, like, I have all these questions too. Like, why isn't there like one place where all this information is condensed into, you know, one video or whatever, right? That's when I was like, oh wait, I could do that. I've always wanted to make videos. I love my car. I love making videos. Let's combine the two together. So I was just trying to make videos on what I've heard on the forums and stuff, on the Volkswagen Facebook group, what everybody else's experience was, what my experience was with, you know, with my car, with installing this part, why I would do this and not that, etc. I'm at a point now where my car is done. I guess that's the best way to put it. I don't want to do anything to it. I don't want to buy parts for it. Don't want to do this to it. I barely wash it, and it's just done. And this is where like the poor excuse might come in, that, well, you know, I haven't done anything to my car, so there is no, well, because, you know, I'm not doing anything to my car, I'm not buying anything for it, I have no content to make, which I think is why I had this whole like content crisis for like the last year, where I was posting a whole bunch of other different videos. Because again, as a content creator and such, I'm like, well, I want numbers, I want this, I want that, blah, blah, blah. And you know, that's why I was posting like all these random ass vlogs and then food videos and then like this content. And I tried it all. Like, I would make one of those videos or even two, and I'd be like, honestly, I'm over it. It still comes back to cars at the end of the day, which is, you know, good, you know, that this is what I truly like. You're not just trying to be fake and just to make content for the sake of making content. Oh, because food videos go viral and make food videos. The passion still lies in cars. Here we go. We're going off-roading in the GTI. Overlanding, like I always wanted to do. Yay! So I've had this car for basically 7 years. I bought it new in 2016. In terms of mods, what I have right now is Unitronic Stage 2, Turbo Smart blow-off valve, K&N intake, and that's pretty much it in terms of the main engine performance mods. Still stock height because New York City, terrible. So I'm basically at a place where the car is good in terms of practicality and performance, because I don't track it, although I actually have started looking into it, and tracking your car is expensive. The only time when this car is like out doing something that is out of the norm, other than like going to Costco to groceries and stuff, is when it's time for maintenance, and I bring it down to Josh, the TCR Performance, and I guess like oil change, whatever maintenance. But that's not really like exciting stuff that makes sense to film, because it's just me driving to Josh, drop it off, I go hang out at TJ Maxx for like an hour, and it's done and that's it. So again, that's like my poor excuse of not making content because I'm just not doing anything to my car. I have no experience to report on. There's a TikTok sound. I definitely relate to it in some way because when I first got it, I was buying everything from AutoZone, all these things from Amazon, spraying this, spraying that, interior cleaning, all that stuff. But now it's just neglected. But the reason why I neglected and am losing interest, it's not something that's like, oh, duh, because I'm tired of this car. I actually still very much like this car. I still actually look forward to driving it all the time. But the reason why I'm losing interest in it in terms of physically, how it looks, is because I live in New York City. And what that means is I street park my car. I don't have a driveway, I don't have a garage. It just sits in between two other cars, and I can confidently say people are idiots. No offense. Or maybe yes, offense. But what I'm trying to say is just there is so much scratches on it. It makes no sense for me to constantly stress about it. If I fix it up, I go through insurance, get this fixed, get that repainted, whatever. It's honestly just gonna happen again. For example, 2 examples actually. There was one time, I don't know, I guess they were trying to fix the road and I guess I didn't read the sign, or because there was no sign, I parked there, left it overnight. And then the next day I was like, where's my car? Turns out they had to tow it. And the way the guy towed it was he did like a key lockout, put an airbag in my door, blew it up, opened my car to put my e-brake down, and then towed it. And then now I think the pillar, the B pillar on my driver's side is like bent outward. And another story, this was, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I'm 99% sure someone like climbed up onto my hood and just walked all over my car. I guess it was spring or something, where it was covered in a layer of dust. So anybody that brushes to it or bumps or whatever, you can see whatever prints they have, and there was just footprints from my hood to my roof, and now also there's a dent in my hood. So it's shit like that where I'm like, it makes no sense for me to try to keep up with it because it's already all messed up here and there, and it's like, screw it, I'm just gonna let it, I'm just gonna maintain it. And in addition to that, because it's physically messed up, I'm like, I don't want to upgrade the performance of it, because it's like, I'm at the point where I'm like, I just want to get rid of it. But of course 2020 happened and car markups and all that, so can't do that yet. Like if I had a driveway or a garage from the start, honestly at this point it would have been wide-bodied, wrap, drop, 5-piece wheels. But now it's just like, what's the point? I just don't feel like it's worth it if I know I'm gonna get rid of it soon. Everybody's like, just go IS38, IS38, but why? I don't track it. If in the turn of events I end up being dedicated to tracking this car specifically, and it's like, all right, solely track car, sure, I'll get IS38, all the performance mods it needs, but it's because it's a daily driver, New York traffic all the time. So like, what's the point of having, even with this IS20, even with my Unitronic Stage 2, I barely use all the power. I would love to, but I just, realistically, I can't. I'm just trying to keep it going until these markups come down and trade it in for whatever. Let me just get out of here. I'm tired of all these bugs. So I know I haven't been here in a while, but that sign is definitely new to me. Look at this. This is probably why. This is probably why that sign is up. I have to walk backwards for the light. Technically, it isn't drag racing. You're just doing donuts. It's hard to BMW guys. It's always the BMW guys. All right, that's it. I'm out of here. Catch you on the next one.